Thanks, Eric. It was absolutely wonderful. There is so much I could say about Si, aka Winks, or Winks, Fat Pink, anyone. But there are children present, so this speech will be about 30 seconds long. I met Simon about 31 years ago, and we have been tighter than these suit trousers ever since. What made you get these? Horrible. We've gone through many fashion statements together, from Fred Flintstone jeans, Cam, you was part of that, so don't try to climb under the table, to Ben Sherman shirts in every colour in our 20s. We must have bought him at least a moped every month. But now we're nearly 40, we have settled on with a spoon chic. Table 5, that's to you. We have had good times, but all best friends. We've had bad times, but all best friends. When I say bad times, I mean you try a week away in a hot country with these sweaty feet. It's not pleasant. Seriously, ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't wish for a better friend. He's been there when I needed him, and there when I haven't. Again, try and get into a club with him at midnight after a session, you can't. And not only is that the end of your night, but somehow you end up finding food and paying for the cab home. In fact, sorry, you're a bloody burden. But I wouldn't change it for the world. At the end of the day, we are not losing a friend, but gaining another. With the new Mrs. Paul. Welcome to the family, Emma. Okay, well that's part 1 over. My good friend Alan will take you through part 2. Thank you, Billy.
Good afternoon all. For those who don't know me, I'm Alan, and I'm sharing the best man duties with Scott here, just been through his brilliant speech. So I know Emma was a bit nervous about the best men, so I had to choose 2, just hoping one would get it right. We'll see at the end of the night, shall we? I'd just like to say before I begin how lovely Emma looks, also the bridesmaids, fantastic, and obviously the mothers here, they're absolutely wonderful, everyone. Well done. So I've known Si for over 20 years. We were brought together by beer. A romance that continues as strong as ever. With the beer, not each other. Emma is a very lucky girl. What else could she want? He's got it all. Good looks, the charm, house trained, he's got everything. Yeah. But that wasn't always the case. Myself, Si and Russell over there, a few years ago, decided it was time to fly the nest. Time to move out of the parents' house and all the perks we left behind. The dinner on the table, the washing, the ironing done, food in the cupboards, bills paid, to rent a flat together. It was a big, spacious pad, warm mod cons, had a washing machine, dishwasher. The hot water, that was occasional, wasn't it? It wasn't always guaranteed. It was a peaceful and dead quiet. And I mean dead quiet. It was actually above the funeral parlour in Paris. That's true. Si loved his new freedom, but his domestic skills were non-existent. In the kitchen, he could only make 2 things. One was a cup of tea, the other was toast. But even that took some working out. So he usually just stuck with bread. We'd share the dinner duties. Russell would do one night, then me, pasta, rice, meat, veg, you know, the usual. We weren't Jamie Oliver, but we gave it a go. Then it was Si's turn. KFC, Chinese, curry, kebab, Wetherspoons, steak or curry club. They were his favourites. Good times. After a few months with his new mum and dad, that's Russell and I. I don't know which one was which, but yeah.
Are you a giver or a taker?
So I was put on gardening leave. It was the middle of the summer, long, lovely, warm days, full pay coming in, no work pressures. What more could the boy want? So what did he do? This was his usual routine. He'd get up, have a cup of tea, sit on the sofa in just his pants. I'll hold that thought for a moment. usually Sesame Street pants. He had a full array, Gonzo, Animal, Big Bird. I've got this down here actually. He even had those same pants on last week in Berlin. Actually. Animal today. Oh, amazing. Yeah. Do I still sell these pants? Then? Yeah, they do. Right. Nothing changes this time. So, there's Si sitting on the sofa in just his pants. Bearing in mind it was the summer, it'd get warm in that flat. He'd keep the blinds closed to keep the sun off the telly. Wouldn't even open the windows, that was like too much like hard work. There we'd be, this morning, Trisha, Jeremy, Carl, was his first thing in the morning. Then about 12, he would lift his bulk off the sofa, walk over to Coughlin's, buy a pasty, sausage roll, usually both, couple of donuts, buy 3 papers. He'd buy the Sun, the Mirror and the Star. Every day. He was well read. A total distance of about 50 yards he went. Then back indoors with his goodies, ready for Going for Gold, Home and Away, Neighbours, Blockbusters, the kids shows. He'd have Tom and Jerry, Blue Peter. Then he'd move on to The Weakest Link, Countdown. He loved Carol. He didn't understand the sums, but he loved their 2 from the top. Then Home and Away and Neighbours again. He always watched them twice, make sure he didn't miss the plot. But we know it was down to Kylie Minogue. Just aside from the story, he actually had a full-size cardboard cutter of Kylie Minogue in his bedroom. And he was actually bigger than Kylie Minogue, wasn't he? He was about 7 foot tall. Have you still got it now? Oh, okay.
That's around mine.
Yeah. So then it was coming on to about tea time. So Russell and I would be getting home then, ready, he'd be just ready for his dinner. So then he'd get up, have a sniff around the kitchen, see what we were making him, see what delights we could bring to him while he was sitting on the sofa. Well, as you can imagine, after a couple of weeks we started to get hump with this, day after day. So we decided to stop doing everything for him, didn't we? After about 3 days, the bin was full, the carpet was full of sausage rolls and crumbs, the floor covered in all these old newspapers. We thought the penny might drop, he'd noticed the mess, but no, day after day passed, the bin was overflowing. It was a big swing top bin, but boy could he wedge it in. He never emptied it. I think it's a bloke thing, you always get some more in that bin, can't you? Or wedge it down. Anyway, could wedge no more. So next now, we put in the rubbish by the bin. As I said, it was the middle of the summer, the sun's shining, the takeaway wrappers are rotting inside. It was stinking. But it wasn't just the kitchen and the living room suffering. He had this towel. Oh my God. He had this towel. Oh, this towel. He's still got this towel. Alright. You know, he used it every day. It smells like a swamp. Cook English, that had a name, did it? Oh, disgusting. He never washed this towel. Right? He'd have a shower every day, but he never washed the towel, so what's the point? But anyway, he would hang this towel on the radiator by the front door. Obviously it's summer, the radiators aren't on anyway. Bear in mind, there was no windows in our hallway, completely dark. It was just wet, damp towel stinking out the whole place. The flat was on the first floor, but as soon as you walked in, the outside door hit you like a wave. It smelt like they'd left one of the bodies out the fridge. So picture it, Si in his pants. Oh, there you go again. Animal pants, right? Surrounded by takeaway wrappers, middle of summer, damp towel stinking, unwashed for a month. Adding his feet, we haven't even mentioned those yet. Windows shut, the smell brought tears to your eyes, it was bad. The thing was, Si didn't seem to notice, he never did a thing about it. After about 10 days, now this was a long time, we couldn't take any more. We gave in before the rats moved in. We had to sort it out, otherwise we were going to get kicked out, weren't we? But I'm glad to say, after that, he changed his ways and became the able and domesticated man he is today. Got to finish it in a nice way, haven't we? Emma, you've got a lot to thank us for. Does he do all the chores now? No. So, really, good boy. At least he got something with us. Living with Si was a fun and unique experience. But on a serious note, in all the years I've known Simon, you couldn't have a better friend. He's fun, reliable, kind-hearted, would do anything for anyone. He's one of life's nice blokes. Since he met Emma, he really seems happy with life, and I'm sure they'll be very happy together. So I'd just like to raise a toast to Emma and Simon. Right, thank you. That's it for me.